Hello, dear friend. You're watching your weekly astrology horoscope. The most important about this week is that Venus will be very active. There will be many aspects that will trigger Venus, and because of that, we can expect significant changes in the areas of relationships, connections with other people, emotional stuff, and all of those amazing Venus-related themes. So overall, the week can be quite emotional and things are really shifting in a new direction. So let's start with Monday, which seems to be the most insignificant day of the week, I would say. The only thing we have is the moon, which is in Sagittarius, which is a positive time to focus on your long-term goals, to be active, to do something that you are inspired by, and overall to allow your enthusiasm to guide you. On Monday, there will be challenging aspects between the moon, Neptune, and Venus. So emotionally, perhaps this is not the best time to, clarify things, to, really go deep into those matters. On the other side, there is a nice aspect with Saturn. So it would be better if on Monday you focus on more practical things. Work-related, business-related, about your goals, about some social projects. That will probably work better. On Tuesday, we have another aspect between the Sun and the lunar nodes. There will be a harmonious aspect with both of the nodes at the same time, which is a great time to think about our direction. Where are we coming from and where are we going to? And this should be like a very personal question, like a question that you are asking yourself and you are expecting the answer also to come from yourself. It's not about asking others what they want of you or what you should focus on, or like here the answer really needs to come from inside. So think about your own priorities. What has been important for you recently or not that recently? And from there, where do you want to move to? Where is the direction you are looking at? This is a very important question, which can really help you to concentrate your attention. But first you need to clarify your priorities, yes. The moon will be in Capricorn on Tuesday, so we need to stay practical, concrete, grounded, focused on our work or obligations or things that we must do. Then on Wednesday, we have such an interesting day. First of all, there will be a full moon in Capricorn and Cancer, so it's all about finding the balance and the harmony between the different polarities. You might notice that you are more emotional or other people are more emotional or even unbalanced. And this is kind of normal for a full moon. Our task is to really see the things that we want to have and also to let go of the things that we don't want to have anymore in our lives. So this is, as usual, a culmination of the lunar cycle. So you might see some actual results related to things you've been working on, things you have been concentrated on, all of that stuff. And also a great time to let go. Let go of the past, let go of the things that you don't need anymore in your life, especially when it comes to personal things, business-related things, and finding the balance between those two. Cancer and Capricorn are also related to our safety, to also closeness and boundaries. So all kinds of questions within those themes can also be important. And together with the full moon, we have a very nice aspect between Venus and Saturn. There will be a trine again on Wednesday. And this is actually a very good aspect for some kind of business negotiations or even for some kind of financial planning. And even in our personal relationships, we might be able to make some more pragmatic and accurate judgments. So to evaluate things and to really see what is important for you. We can do that on Wednesday. And one more aspect, which is also very beneficial, it's about Mercury and Uranus. There is a sextile between the two planets, which can also bring some new ideas and insights and surprising events or meetings or interesting and exciting communication with other people. So this full moon is actually pretty interesting, even though it's, in Capricorn Cancer, which is about, the emotional stuff and the practical stuff. And there could be, like this bouncing in between, which generally can create mismatches or some kind of imbalance. But the supporting aspects from Venus, Saturn, and from Mercury, Uranus can make things actually very interesting. And I think that we might have some very surprising and positive results. Now, moving on to Thursday, again, Venus. As you can see, Venus is very, very active this week. On Thursday, there is a square between Venus and Neptune. So, be aware of the possibility to be oversensitive and emotional. And yes, it might be great if you are using this energy in a creative way or to be more compassionate with other people or to connect deeper to other people. That's the beautiful side of the aspect. But we might also find ourselves in the middle of some kind of unrealistic expectations, illusions, or sometimes even lies. So there could be some emotional confusion. Be aware of that. And the moon is in Aquarius on Thursday as well. So it's a nice time to focus on some kind of social project or spending time with people or with your friends, or to concentrate on something that is important for your future. But again, the productivity here is a little bit questionable. So it is what it is. On Friday, again, Venus, this time in a quincunx with Pluto, which can raise the level of the emotional intensity. And yes, it can bring some passion and commitment and dedication and really deep emotional engagement. But we might also over dramatize something or exaggerate something or be even like emotionally stuck on something. So again, it depends on how we are going to use this energy. For financial decisions, this can be an interesting day. You might decide to make some changes. You may need to put some kind of effort, but there is a possibility also that things may develop in a very nice way at the end. And the moon is still in Aquarius, so it's a nice time to go out, to spend it with friends, to socialize, to engage with other people. Next, we will talk about the weekend, which is also actually very active. On Saturday, the Sun is in conjunction with Mercury. So we can notice some important thoughts, ideas. We may, from one side, try to analyze things, but on the other side, it might be also challenging because it's all happening in the sign of Cancer, which is not about the rational thoughts. It's about sensing. It's about experiencing on an inner level. So we might have some intuitive ideas. Our imagination can be especially active, and that's what we should really embrace. Don't try to, again, be extremely focused or, practical or analytical, but instead, just try to allow those creative ideas and your imagination to guide you. And it's interesting that both the Sun and Mercury also have a quincunx with Saturn on Saturday, which, after all, will require from us to do something practical with our ideas and our imagination, but also to remain a little bit grounded, at least a little bit. So we can feel a little bit of a conflict between our imagination, the dreaming, this creative process, and on the other side, what are you going to do with this? Like, what is the practical benefit of this idea or vision or whatever it might be? So we should not forget also about the materialization and the practical side of things. And if we can really find our way through this, it can be great because those creative ideas can be also materialized in reality. The moon is in Pisces on Saturday, so even more creative energy, imagination, possible lack of desire for hard work and effort and, consistency. So we really need to also allow ourselves to relax if we need this. And finally, Sunday, again, very active, very interesting day. First of all, Venus is ingressing. Venus is moving to Cancer, which is a very sensitive, emotional sign. So we might find ourselves also more dreamy, more sensitive, more capricious also. Cancer is a sign which describes also the archetype of the mother and the child at the same time. So we can find ourselves in those models or patterns, that we want to take care of someone we love, or we feel like someone we care and love should take care of us and, take a little bit one of those positions, the mother or the child. So be mindful, try not to be too needy or codependent. But on the other side, you can use also this energy to connect deeper to your own feelings, to express them, to allow yourself to be more vulnerable and more sensitive also with the closest environment. The other aspects we have are again very emotional because they include Neptune. The Sun and Mercury both are trining Neptune, which can bring lots of this creative energy, compassion, desire to help, desire to connect to others. So for some kind of creative work, Sunday can be amazing. And even for taking some time for yourself, for some self-care, to relax, to, allow your mind also to have some space. And it can really boost your creativity later on. And together with all of this, we also have the moon in Pisces. So the watery, emotional energy is a lot. And we may not be very grounded, especially during both of the days, during the whole weekend, but especially on Sunday. We may not be very grounded. Instead, we might be a little spacey and, somewhere in our dreams, in our imagination. So allow yourself this time to just be and to feel. And perhaps don't push yourself to do, the really hard things and, obligations. All of that is not really for Sunday. So interesting week ahead of us with lots of aspects. And as I said, Venus seems to be the most essential planet during this week. So observe your feelings, pay attention to your feelings, allow yourself to feel your feelings, and also pay attention to the people that you really love and care about. And spend some time with those people. So that's it from me for now. Thank you so much for joining me. Tons of other information you can find on my website, and the links in the description below are there for you as well. If you have any questions, comment below, text me on Telegram, or email me. It was a pleasure for me as always, and I will see you soon.